Hi, my name's Emma Blake from pinstripeandpearls.com. When you're dressing for an interview, it's really important to consider the company culture and the industry of the company that you're going for a role in. One of the best ways to make sure you dress appropriately is to have a look at either their company website or their annual report, and have a look at what they portray as a typical company employee. It's really quite interesting. Have a look at their board members, see if they're dressed in perhaps a suit, quite conservatively dressed. This will give you the best indication of what you can wear for your interview. The idea is for you to mirror that company image. So when you walk through that door for that interview, you will naturally look like you fit with that company. One of the best tips I've been given is it's always better to look too smart than too casual for an interview. If you dress too casually, an employer, rightly or wrongly, will just assume that you haven't made the effort or that you don't want the role as much as you do. So when choosing a suit, it's best to choose neutral colours. Navy blue, dark grey, black are all really great choices. Always make sure you wear your jacket. You'll come across so much more professional if you do. For shoes, make sure they're really shiny, make sure they're polished. For women, think about corporate court shoes, perhaps a 3-inch heel, not your party shoes. For men, have a real good think about that tie. Not too bold print or design patterns. Make sure it's definitely not a comedy tie. For those of you who want to introduce a bit of colour, the best way to do that is through accessories. So for women, perhaps a nice statement necklace or perhaps some earrings. For men, you can introduce colour through well-chosen accessories such as your cufflinks. For overall appearance, make sure that you turn up to the interview well-groomed, ready for that interview. Don't be afraid to take a comb with you in your bag or in your car if you need to. Take some time before the interview to check your appearance before you go in, and you'll feel much more confident for doing so. So for top tips for interview success, one of the best things you can do to make a great personal impact is really prepare in advance. So make sure you've thought about what you're going to wear for your interview a couple of days in advance. So that gives you time to make any alterations or have any dry cleaning done. It's much better to do that than to race around in blind panic on the morning of the interview, worrying that your best shirt that you're going to wear has got a stain on, you now can't wear it. Prepare in advance, make sure you know what you're wearing, and you'll feel much more confident for it. Next top tip is to make sure that you always take a great pen and a good quality notebook with you to your interview. You can get some really lovely leather-bound notebook covers now, folders. You'll look really professional when you turn up for that interview, and you'll come across as ready to be engaged in the interview process. A great top tip is to always wear a watch. This will show that you have good time management skills and will mean no questions are asked as to your timekeeping. Always make sure you've got your mobile phone switched off. There should be nothing more important in that interview room at that time than securing the job. Do not take a phone call halfway through the interview, and as I say, make sure it's switched off. One of the best pieces of advice I've been given is to always keep your right hand free for the handshake. Do not arrive flustered with your arms full of coats and bags. Make sure you have that right hand free, and you'll create a great first impression with a professional handshake. And during the interview, be conscious of your body language, particularly when you get a really difficult question or perhaps a question you're nervous about answering. Be conscious of how you react to the interviewer. Try not to fold your arms or look defensive in any way. Try and smile and keep your body language open, and that will lead to a more successful interview. And finally, remember that the interview is a two-way process. Don't be afraid to ask questions, take notes, and listen to the interviewer. You need to make sure that that company is right for you.